from different reports, we see that women account for 10 to 12% of decision makers in VC funds in Europe, which obviously translates into limited investments into women-led companies. What is your experience? Do you see more women-led funds being set up? And what about the size of those funds compared to men-led? I think that's a really interesting question because, you know, you and I know Triin only too well, and it's something we're really concerned with at Business Angels Europe, that you need more women as investors, such as you and I, who also then are very, very conscious about the investments they make, particularly as women founders. And we also know, and Agnieszka's points are very well made, that, you know, universally, if we look across the whole scene, we have fewer women as investment decision makers, and we have fewer women-led funds. So, you know, obviously, congratulations to you for raising that. But she did ask this question, you know, if we're considering women asking less money, have we also got an issue that, you know, there is less women-led funding?
Absolutely. Absolutely, and it's a really good topic, and I could probably sit another hour here and talk about exactly only that topic.
We should get together.
So yes, and you know, I'm going through that myself right now, and I've been back and forth about the size of the fund I'm raising. And obviously, we all want to make a significant impact in the ecosystem by giving women more capital. And if you're raising, and it's true, there's more women-led funds being raised. And I think the reason for that also is that they're women-led funds, but they're also women-focused funds, right? The two different things.
Yes.
And I see that more because I think women just in general are really frustrated already with the fact that you just don't have enough decision makers within venture capital. The problem within venture capital also is that even if you get a role in a VC, it takes time to climb to a partner role. Or even if you get a principal partner role within a VC, you don't necessarily always have the full decision-making power, because I think what really gives you the full decision-making power if you are the fund manager and you control the decision-making. But obviously you also answer to your LPs. That means that all the investments you do need to be aligned with your thesis. So that needs to be built up. And if you look at the market right now, then I think, you know, maybe 98% of VC funds are men-led. So that is very hard to change. And the only way we can change that is women to start building their own funds.
Yes.
And they are smaller. And actually, in fact, yesterday I met someone, we talked about the same topic, and why are women raising so much smaller funds, although they have experience and track record to raise much bigger funds, but then men go and raise much bigger funds with exactly the same track record than these women have.
Yeah.
And I think it comes back to the same thing. I think it's the same thing. Women who are raising venture capital firms and money for the funds, they have exactly the same struggles. We have exactly the same struggles that you have raising
as women
money for VCs,
yes.
because the market isn't mature enough yet. I don't have enough role models to bring, particularly from Europe. US is so much ahead. It's likely maybe more easier, and institutionals are a bit more educated there. We are just slightly behind here, but and that's also the reason why they're raising smaller funds, because it's the lack of access to that capital and still not enough education and understanding that we need to diversify to be able to bring better returns. And actually women are building businesses in massively overlooked markets, and these markets have been overlooked for a very long time, and these women who are building these firms want to tap into these markets, and actually diverse teams bring better returns, and that is scientifically shown and proven. Exactly.